so determined to make a great tournament, to come back on track.
The two sides led out by two of their emblematic players as well. Iran led out by the number 6, Jarad Nekonam, who plays his football in Osasuna. He's second behind Ali Daei as the most experienced Iranian player of all time. And for Iraq, of course, led out by their famous number 10, a man you know all so well, Yunus Mahmoud, the man that scored the winner in the final 4 years ago. Here is the national anthem of Iraq. As you can see, plenty of support for Iraq inside the Al Ryan. Plenty of support for Iran here as well, as our two teams get into the handshaking. Bernd, you always said that football was a way of breaking down borders. When you arrived in Iraq with this Iraq side, no foreign-based players. Now in today's squad we've got 13, and 3 of them are playing in Iran, as there is the Iraq side. Some familiar names in there for you, Bernd.
These players are not anymore poor boys from Baghdad, Basra and Erbil. These are all high-paid players, international, professional players. Even superstar Nashed Akram, number 5, attracted Sven-Göran Eriksson, and he signed a contract for Manchester City. Unfortunately, he couldn't get a work permit. Later, he took the championship with the Dutch team.
And there's the Iran starting 11, and 2 players to look out there. Perhaps the number 6, Javad Nekonam, and his Osasuna teammate in La Liga, Masoud Sojai. The referee for this evening is the Uzbeki referee who starred at the World Cup, as far as referees can, Ravshan Imratov. And he's being assisted by his compatriots, Abdukamidilu Razulov and Rafael Ilyasov. So the two captains immediately burnt. Jarad Nekonam, 30 years of age, 114 caps for the national side, 26 goals as well. He was the first ever Iranian to play in Spain. And there is Yunus Mahmoud, the number 10, the emblematic number 10 for Iraq, still just 27 years of age. And after playing in Qatar for a very long time, well, he's still there, but now he's with Al Gharafa, defending champions. As there we see the substitutes. And perhaps the biggest name on that substitute bench, Bassem Abbas, burnt.
He plays in Turkey, very, very aggressive left defender, and I'm absolutely surprised not that he is not in the starting lineup, but he arrived too late, and that's why German coach Wolfgang Sitka put him on the bench, and I expect him in the second half today.
Afshin Gotbi, the Iranian coach there as well. Before we get the match underway, we're going to have a minute's silence in memory of those that lost their lives in a plane crash in Iran just 2 days ago. 71 dead. And so it's Iraq who will be playing from right to left on your screens in their white kit with green trim. Iran with the kickoff. And both these sides, Bernd, the ideal age for a tournament. Most of the players all aged around 27, 28, 29. It's the perfect age to play a big international tournament, and clearly showing they're not here rebuilding. They haven't picked half the young players. They're here to win.
Absolutely, they are not testing players. Both teams are very, very, very experienced with superstars inside Nashed Akram, Yunus Mahmoud, and even Masoud and Yavud Nekuman. Great names. Masoud, very consistent midfielder in Spain, one of the best.
And it's Iran that get us underway. Long ball forward, right from the start. This showpiece of the Asian game. And an early attacking throw with what looks like it's going to be a very long throw from Haji Safi. He's just 20 years of age, but already 30 caps, and he's in the side perhaps in part for those long throws. Very dangerous. He was about 25 metres out from the corner flag as well. Spectacular throw, and he managed to pick out the head of Jarad Nekonam as well.
Always good to have such specialists in your team. I haven't seen such a long throw in during this tournament.
Iraq looking to get it forward. Nad with the nod down. That's a nice turn from Musad, who's really imposed himself at Osasuna since joining the club in 2008. 80 appearances for his 8 goals. The second Iranian to play in Spain after his teammate and captain this evening, Nekonam. Free kick, first of the evening. Looks as though Hawa has taken a blow in the midriff there from Andranik, the number 14 for Iran. May be familiar to fans of the English Premier League. He had a spell with Bolton. Now where's... Oh, did he step on the hand, in fact? That may be what the problem was there for Hawa. Iraq on the attack. And can they get a ball in? They're forced back. Forced all the way back in the end. To their keeper, Mohamed Kassid. Just 24 years of age, played in the Olympics in 2008. Ball forward rather hurriedly, over the back two. And all the way through to Mahdi Rahmati, who was Iranian goalkeeper of the year in 2008. He's actually playing in his 3rd Asian Cup, Rahmati, but he's never actually played so far.
it's Hawar Mohammed, the first ever player who scored a goal in the Champions League. He used to play for Narración, for Gusta, and versus Inter Milan he scored a goal.
And here he is in possession. That was a great run for Gusta, wasn't it, in the Champions League 2 seasons ago?
Together with Mahdi Karim, number 18, he played for Apollon Limassol, my former club, and took 2 titles. They played 10 years together on the left or right side. They know each other, and I expect a lot of attacking.
There's a lovely touch over the top, the first chance, and it's a good save. Yunus denied, and he's on the free kick though, but what a chance that was for Iraq. Lovely little flick through from the 23-year-old Allah. And Yunus Mahmoud, well, we would have expected him to score from there, but
don't give him so much space. Yunus Mahmoud is always dangerous to score a goal. Fantastic position. He didn't wait. One touch.
Kicked away by Rahmati. So Iran know they have a game on here. They've met 4 times already in the Asian Cup, these 2 sides. 3 wins for Iran, 1 win for Iraq. They last met back in 2000, and a 1-0 victory for Team Melli, as Iran are known. The free kick, and it's with Hawar Mohammed. 95 caps for his country. In it comes towards the back post. Well, you know him better than most, Bernd. Was he going for goal there? Was that a direct shot?
Seems to be. He tried to score a goal, but there was not too much quality.
Well, he probably got the angle about right, as here's that chance again for Yunus. He hit it true, but couldn't find the right angle to beat the keeper.
But they have specialists, Yunus Mahmoud, Nashat Akram, and even Hawar are specialists for set pieces, and we can expect something today.
Helped on by Emad. Allah with the return ball, but Emad can't reel that one in. 5 minutes gone here in the Al Rayyan. No score, but Iraq with their talismanic captain Yunus Mahmoud with the best chance just a couple of minutes ago. And Iran taking a little bit of time to get into their stride at the moment. Plenty of pressure coming from Iraq so far. The free kick will be taken by Iman Mobali, the number 23. He spent most of his career internationally on the bench as he plays that one in towards the penalty spot. Nobody contesting. High foot called against Emad Raza. Iraqi Player of the Year way back in 2000. Mobali is positioning this one again. It's a fair way out. In fact, Haji Safi, the youngster who is very highly rated indeed. He's a left back or a wing back, regular with the national side at just 20 years of age. He leaves it. Mobali's ball in. Header away again is a good one. Hawa just showed too much of that. Mobali. So Mobali again, the delivery on his 2 free kicks so far hasn't been too bad. Plenty of pace and curl. Big boys have come forward as well. Aguili's in there, it's over him. But for the moment, Iraq winning everything in the air in their own penalty box. A slip. That's a good, powerful header. Allah, oh, just wrestling. Rezai to ground there, and unable to get the advantage. Iraq looking to break very quickly, Bernd.
Allah is a newcomer, and This should be an exciting striker. I don't know him. I haven't seen him before. And it will be very interesting how he performs together with experienced Yunus Mahmoud. Even Yunus Mahmoud, he refused to sign contracts in France, to play in France. He had a couple of opportunities, but he refused, and he has decided to play in Qatar.
As here come Iran. Now, Rezai down this right-hand side, gets a low cross in. Cleared away. Ali Ehaima at the front post. Numbers 14 and 15 in the middle at the back for Iraq. Salam Shakir, who plays for Al Khor here in Qatar. And the number 15, Ali Ehaima, who plays for Al Wakra. The long throw again is very long, all the way to the keeper this time. But that is an impressive throw from the defending champion in Iran with Sepahan, the number 11, Ehsan Haji Safi. Made his debut when he was just 18 years of age. They've been playing a lot of football over the last couple of years because he's pushing 30 caps already for his country. And for the moment, he's coming from one side to the other just to take throw-ins.
Yeah, interesting. But Iraqis, they start very aggressive. They won a lot of battles to show Iran we are defending champions and we want to take something.
Once again, Salam being held down by Ali Erhaima. And here once again comes Haji Safi. I wonder if this will be called time wasting late in the second half if they're leading by a goal, because every time it's the left back that has to make his way 60 meters across the field to come and take the long throw. It's a great throw again. Well, for the moment, Iraq are dealing with the aerial threat at the back. That time it was the number 5, Nashat Akram, who's twice Iraqi Player of the Year. Captain of this side, along with Yunus Mahmoud, and as you mentioned, Bernd, Eredivisie champion with FC Twente Enschede last season.
It's a little bit surprising that players like Yunus Mahmoud, Nashat Akram, Hawa Mohamed couldn't find a way to play in Europe. Compared to the Japanese team or South Korea, there are always 5, 6, 7 players in big clubs. Maybe it's a culture problem, or they don't find their way in England and Germany or in other countries. They have the quality.
That's another good ball down the right-hand side for Razai, who's claiming he was fouled. Referee allows play to continue. And it was a fairly heavy touch at first from Mahdi Karim, the number 18. He's able to make amends, but not for long. That's a poor touch that time from Nashat Akram. And Akram there just telling his teammates to calm things down. They're not settled yet, Iraq. I think it's a bit of early tournament nerves, perhaps.
We should not forget it's a derby today, and they know each other very well, both teams. Many tournaments, Gulf Cup, West Asian Cup, friendly matches. I will never forget a match in Tehran, straight after the war, 100,000 fans.
Here goes Hawa Mohamed. We'll come back to that one. They can't keep it in. It's a throw for Iraq. 100,000 fans.
100,000 fans, and we have won this match 1-0 versus Iran. It's amazing to play there. 4 or 5 players from this team played. Mahdi Karim.
That's the ball in towards the back post. It's a good ball as well.
A great goal.
Now is it Yunus Mahmoud or is it the header at the far post that went in by itself by Emad Raza, the 28-year-old? Whoever put it in the back of the net. It's Iraq 1, Iran 0. Ahmad Raza has been credited with it at first, but I just have a sneaky suspicion Yunus Mahmoud might have been there at the back post. He scored their last goal at the Asian Games. Well,
big defending mistake. They did not know what to do, the goalkeeper and the central defender. What a mistake. Absolutely free, two players in the middle.
Well, it was Yunus Mahmoud who got the last goal of the tournament in 2007, the winning goal in the final over Saudi Arabia, and he scored Iraq's first here 4 years on. They lead their great rivals, Iran, by a goal to nil. Who would you have given that goal to? Ahmad for the header or Yunus Mahmoud for the touch on the line?
I think Yunus Mahmoud.
Can't find a way through, and here comes the counter-attack again, perhaps for Iraq. Allah Abdul Reza turns out of trouble. Oh, that's an intelligent header from Kusai. Ahmad again. No free kick this time. Well, there's nothing like an early goal to really put the cat amongst the pigeons. Iran have no options now. They need to score at least once. Mobali. No free kick again. The referee allowing play to continue. Mahdi Karim forward towards Yunus Mahmoud. It's a race between he and the keeper. And it's one that the keeper wins.
The Iraqis look very, very aggressive from the first minute, especially on the left side, Mahdi Karim and Hawa Mohammed. They create a lot of trouble. Well protected by Nashat Akram and Kusai Munir.
Ball in from Mahdi Karim. Was deflected. It almost fell invitingly for Samal, whose twin brother, Samer Saeed, is not in the starting lineup, but on the bench, both twins. Here they come again with Allah, looking for the run of Yunus. Oh, good challenge. Hawa Mohammed that time, getting back to help out his midfield.
Very early pressing from the Iraqis. They start very, very early. They don't wait. They attack them. They put them under pressure. And Iran cannot find a way to play. They cannot organize any combination till now.
In this match, Iraq, of course, looking for a little bit of revenge. They met in the West Asian Federation Championships just 3 months ago in the semi-finals of that competition, and it was a 2-1 victory for Iran. The long throw. Once again, it's a good throw, but once again, it's into the waiting gloves of Mohammed Qasid. Long towards Yunus Mahmoud. He's in there battling, but no way through this time. For Iran, they opened the scoring through Hosseini. Mustafa equalised for Iraq. He's on the bench this evening. Hosseini's in the starting lineup. The defender for Iran, and Gholami, the number 19, is playing up front. He got the winner for Iran on 84 minutes. But it was a very even match. And as we can see, both sides are prepared to give as much as they take. That's nice play. The ball towards the back post. Just running away from Rezai. It was Shojai, the Osasuna midfielder, the number 8 on that far side of the pitch, cutting inside as we see the goal again. And perhaps we'll see just who scores. I think it's another one for the captain. The captains like those ones, that's why they're captain, perhaps.
Yunus Mahmoud.
Just to give you some idea, international goal 34 for Yunus Mahmoud in official FIFA-sanctioned matches. Long from Mohammed. Yunus in for just a little bit of pushing there on Mobali. Taken quickly again towards Rezai. Iraq for the moment.
They win the
defending
battles.
deep, but
They don't give space.
they're battling for absolutely everything. The cross in from Rezai towards Golami. Nekonam gets it wide now to Mobali. Number 23's touch is poor. They get to build again, Iran. Nosrati. Inside again for Nekonam. But it's turned over. The white shirts everywhere at the back for the moment. Mahdi Karim. That's a good run. Voila. Nashat Akram. Lovely ball with the outside of the right boot, forcing it across to Ahmad. Early ball, too early for Yunus Mahmoud that time. From the right back, Samal Saeed Mejbal. No pressure coming, as we see the early movements from Yunus Mahmoud. Generally focusing around that centre circle. Nearly 20 minutes gone. And pushing the 2-kilometre mark. For meters run. Back inside to Andranik. Nice ball for Mubali, but he was clearly looking for the free kick and doesn't get it. Nashat Akram. Just turning away from trouble beautifully. That's going to stay in play. Foul on Mahmoud. Is this the type of play that Wolfgang Sidka would like to instill in this Iraq side, do you think? A side that looks to defend aggressively in numbers and then hit quickly on the counter-attack.
Wolfgang Sidka likes pressing. He likes European football. He used to play for Werder Bremen. He was a great player during his time, and he knows European soccer. And this Iraqi team is physical, very strong. Very fast players. If you see Yunus Mahmoud or Nashat Akram, his body, only there's a little bit lack of tall defenders. Central defenders are short. If you see Ali, very short guy, but with good skills.
They've turned it over here. It's Kusai that's been pushed off the ball. That's a nice pass into the feet of Gulami. Decides to try his luck from distance. It flies well and truly wide of the mark. Already the referee, Mr. Irmatov, just telling Mohamed Kassid to get a move on with things. No point time wasting midway through the first half. The early goal, a combination of Ahmad's header and Yunus Mahmoud's poke on the line to get it across after some fairly slack marking, looking for Golami. And again, it's all the way through to Mohamed Kassid. Pressure coming eventually from Golami. Mohamed Kassid long. Again, it's taken quickly. Rezai pushed off that one. This time he's got the free kick. This will be about the 5th free kick we've seen from this part of the field, Bernd.
And absolutely not necessary. But Mahdi Karim is a very aggressive left or right defender. He's a right foot, playing on the left side. But sometimes he prefers to play on the right wing. Very aggressive player with European experience. 2 years Cyprus. Now he's playing up north in Erbil, a very quiet region in Iraq, Kurdistan.
Mobali's free kick in towards the penalty spot. It's a good one. Good header as well from Hadi Aghili. A Cypriot-born Iran international, the number 5. Iranian father, Greek Cypriot mother. And he very nearly...
Iraqis should be careful not to make so many fouls around the box. Short central defenders, there is every cross a danger.
Well, they've been threatening. The delivery has been excellent from these free kicks and the long throws as well.
Yeah.
That's the first time as well that the Iraqi defence hasn't dealt with the danger. Shaping for the long throw, short throw. And now the cross from Said. It's a good one. Appeals for the penalty. It was Hawa Mohammed that went down in the box. But now the counter-attack on again, perhaps. Rezai. Now for Nekonam. Andranek taking off. The cover is there, though. The 2 number 14s. In the end, easy for Salam Shakir to just shepherd that ball out of play.
Even Hawa Mohammed is an excellent header. He's not so tall, but he scored many, many goals with his head.
Well, it was a good header from Hadi Aghili. There's another in this current Iran squad to play for Sepahan, the defending champions, the Iranian Premier League. Mobali. Overlapping run. Now they've got a couple in the middle to aim for. If they can work this one. Oh, the pass is not good for Golami. Once again. Golami, 27 years of age. This just his 8th cap. He's only got 2 international goals to his name, but one of those, the last time these 2 sides met. Ala. Another big boy. He's quite a similar build to Nashat Akram.
They look a little bit like South Korea yesterday. A lot of combination, aggressive pressing. They are attacking in the half of Iran. They cannot play. It's a little bit similar. They look very, very motivated, the Iraqis, today.
Well, it's not normally a match which lacks motivation. Nashat Akram just tapping the ball into the legs of Andranik Teimourian. Ala that time loses out to Rezai. It's a good run from the little number 7. He's a tricky dribbler. Gholam Reza Rezai scored on his debut with Team Melli back in 2008. He's only a small little winger, but he always chips in each domestic campaign with 5, 6, 7, 8 goals. He's won a corner here. Mobali.
Yunus Mahmoud, even a tall player, he will never go back. He's always waiting to make a counter-attack, to do something, but he is missed. They are not tall enough in central defense.
This ball is to the back post. It was attacked as well, but attacked best in the end by Qusay Munir. And a little souvenir for someone in the crowd as Mobali belts the ball away in frustration. Here's Ala. This is the goal again.
3 players not marked in the 6-yard box. What a mistake.
And just 13 minutes into the tournament as well for Iran. Rashad Akram is in there working hard. Referee had the whistle to his lips, but decided just to let play continue. And it's Hawal Mohammed who's down injured.
After 27 minutes, I have to say it's another Iraqi team, because they slipped 33 places in world rankings to 101. Not a comfortable position for an Asian Cup winner. But today, how they perform today, how they start this match, they show everybody we are back on track.
Wolfgang Sitka has been in the job for just over 5 months now, and he's slowly making his mark, but their pre-season form hasn't been anything to write home about, as we see that collision again between Hawa and Shojai. They've got a win over Syria, a win over Saudi Arabia to go with losses to Syria, and a 3-2 defeat at the hands of China as well. They lost in the semi-finals of the Gulf Cup to Kuwait on penalties as Hawa, there you see it, and running at nearly an average of 8 kilometers an hour as well. That means he's working very hard out there, Hawa Mohammed.
We should not forget Iraq. They couldn't play for more than 5 years, one match in their capital in Baghdad. It was impossible to play. 2008 was the first match against Palestine, overcrowded, 60,000 Sharp Stadium. 5 years
So
without a home
important
game.
to be able to play in front of your fans as well, especially when you're a country like Iran that's been through so much, and that football means so much to the people of Iraq as well. Razai, and to the people of Iran as well, who have been nurtured a little bit more with success on the football field. Twice qualifying for the World Cup, although it was Iraq that qualified first from Mexico '86. 3 defeats back in Mexico '86. The long throw again, and this one might yet cause problems. The shot rather tame in the end from Shojai. That long throw from Haji Safi is impressive. Mohamed Kassid, the goalkeeper, making a fairly comfortable stop there. Andrenik wide to Nosrati. Little push in the back of Rashad Akram. Here goes Nekonam. Rezai for Andrenik. Just in case you're wondering if Andrenik Taimourian doesn't sound a very Persian name, he's actually born to Armenian parents in Iran. There's that shot from a long way out from Haji Safi. Well, when you see players try it from 35 meters out, of course, that's the way you score fantastic, spectacular goals, but often it's a sign of a little bit of frustration as well.
They cannot find another way to play. There are no attacks over the wings, no right, no left, only long throw-ins, a couple of set pieces, and that's it. And even the big guns, Masoud and Nikuman, could not control the match or to find a way to control this match.
Emad back inside for Kusai. Kusai goes past one, goes past two. Good challenge from Rezai. Aguili.
Very
still
early
going.
pressing. Very, very early.
And for the moment, the number 19 for Iran, Gholami, has barely seen the ball. Here he is, with what looked a distinctively foul throw from Rezai. Mobali. Back out Nosrati, and all the way back to Hosseini. a big defender that comes forward. He scored against Iran. That's a great touch from Haji Safi. And ball. That's a big call from the referee. Haji Safi doesn't like it. It did look just as though he caught it with the upper right arm. Well, for the moment, Wolfgang Sidka, the happier of the two coaches. Mohamed Kassid. Long, Yunus is getting underneath it. Good flick on as well for Emad. He's gone down injured. Ala tries to pick out Hawa. And now it's Hawa Mohammed. Lovely piece of skill. Hawa Mohammed. No free kick. He's quickly back to his feet. Nashad Akram with an important challenge. Iraq. Can they carve out another opportunity? It's Andranik, but again, white shirts everywhere. Now they've found a bit of space. Mobali. Golami taking off through the middle. Slow things down. Coming inside, Nekonam. Oh, lovely little touch for Andranik. Nekonam again, that's a free kick, surely. It was Shojain coming inside, he was just dragged back. I think the referee just might have been unsighted, perhaps. Nashad Akram with the header for Emad. The crowd still filling the Al Rayyan Stadium. More and more coming in, and more Iraqi flags as well. Perhaps they've heard the score. Golami. Low cross towards the front post, cleared only as far as Rezai. Nice little touch for Golami. Nice touch from him as well. Now the chance, Nokanam. He was just telling his teammate, I think, that he wanted that on the right foot rather than the left.
Exciting game, it's up and down, Iraq and Iran, from here to there. It's not boring, interesting to see two attacking teams.
There was that challenge from Nekonam on Yunus Mahmoud. He's all right, he'll be contesting this one as well. Aguili, who's got a couple of centimetres advantage over Yunus Mahmoud. Well, that one's too far for Emad, who's passed that time from Kuzai Munir. This really is, people talk about the Iraq side of the 60s and 70s, but this generation that did so much at the Olympic Games, at the Asian Cup, it really is the golden generation, isn't it, of Iraqi football. These players now that are 28, 29 years of age, for everything they lived through as well.
Very popular as well is the World Cup team from 1986 with the captain Ahmed Radi, who scored the only goal during the World Cup. He's still a hero in Iraq, and every door will be open if Ahmed Radi arrives. I've met him today, and so he's still fit, he looks good, and he's working for football in the Football Federation, a legend in Iraqi football, and now this generation.
He scored against Belgium, didn't he?
Yeah, versus Belgium, against Belgium. He scored the only goal.
I think Enzo Schiffer might have scored a fantastic goal in that game as well, from memory.
And now this generation beat Portugal during the Olympics with Cristiano Ronaldo and Mera. Great achievement, 4-2. Starting match in the Olympic Games, 4-2. Even this team, and now they are ready. They are 28, 29, 27 years old. Golden generation. They can do more. I trust them to make good results during this Asian Cup.
And when you see them now, Bernd, I know you went to their hotel yesterday and spent a bit of time with the players. When you see them now, multi-millionaires all playing in the Gulf nations. I mean, when you were training, when you went back after the war in 2004, no electricity, no grass to play on, no running water in the stadiums, and yet the players were there, hungry, working hard.
absolutely nothing. Even they are sleeping on the floor during training camps. But they did not complain. They did their job. They had no money. They are coming from poor families, $30 expenses for trips. And it was so difficult to select this team and to find players. And that's why there are special ties between the team and me. And it was very emotional for me to see them yesterday in the hotel. Another free kick.
Defending to do exactly, because there's another free kick, and it's the right foot of Iman Mobali. Minutes played. Oh, dangerous ball. Surely a chance. Somehow they leave it. Nobody shoots, and in the end, Gulami fires over. Nekonam was asking the referee again about a bit of shirt tugging in there, but the chance was earlier than that. There was a huge chance. That's the free kick given away. Now, why doesn't he hit it? Maybe got the call from his captain not to. Jalal Hosseini. Big chance.
Free kicks create a lot of confusion in the Iraqi defense.
That's their best chance of the match so far. That's a good turn by Shojai, the Osasuna man. That's well defended. Far side of the pitch, Salam Shakir. He's another versatile player that plays here in Qatar with Al Khor.
It's very easy to lead such a team like the Iraqis. They are never complaining for travel difficulties or food or hotels or other things, because they suffered a lot for many, many years. And still instability at home is still a dominant issue for all of them. If they come back to their families and they go out to supermarkets to buy fruits or water in case they say goodbye.
Nashat Akram takes it short for Emad. Nice little back here looking for Emad again. Anji Safi is across in cover and just got the body in front, according to the referee. Just about 5 minutes to go until half-time then. Iraq leading by a goal to nil, coming in the 12th minute. Yunus Mahmoud poking home Emad's header back across the face of goal. There were certain marking issues which might be addressed by Iran coach Afshin Qutbi in the coming days, before their next match, of course, which is against Korea DPR next Saturday. Shojai, again the ball square across the edge of the box is cleared. Straight back in by Nostari. Now the chance, Rezai, the flag has stayed down! Level. A very muted celebration by Rezai. Just his 9th international goal. The 26-year-old who scores not all that regularly, but he's always a regular contributor down that right-hand side.
They are not very organized. Two players in the middle of the box are free to score this goal.
Took his time and took it well, Rezai.
Even there was a possibility to pass the ball in the middle. Two options for the striker.
Mohamed Kassin is beaten 3 minutes before half-time, and we're all square at one apiece in the Al Rayyan, the opening match of Group D. A real Asian showpiece as well. It's living up to the billing so far. It's Iran coming forward again. Shojai! Always rising.
For all teams, it's difficult to receive a goal short before halftime. It's a very crucial moment. Players are disappointed, especially halftime, to prepare the second half. It's better to go with 1-0 to the halftime, but now...
Well, it makes a huge difference, that goal coming just before the break. They'll be up to Wolfgang Sitka to try and lift them again. They have to be careful, though. Iran have got out quite ahead of steam here. Nekonam looking for Shojai again. Emad now looking to launch the counter-attack. It's a good ball into Yunus. Back for Emad. He's got Allah and Hawa Mohammed arriving in the middle. Free kick.
Yeah, many fouls, but I say it again, it's a derby.
Jaran Hosseini just catching the boot there. And shin pad of Emad. Well, it is a derby, isn't it? It's all about being able to say that you're better than your neighbour. There is a little bit of spice always when these two countries meet on the football pitch. Even if there are 3 Iraqi players plying their trade in Iran as the header. How was that flipped over? What a casual piece of goalkeeping from Rahmati. It's Allah, I think.
It's Hawa Mohammed.
Oh, Mohammed with the header. No, with the free kick.
Free kick.
Yeah, and then Allah, the number 17 with the header. They just swatted away by the goalkeeper.
Allah, the other striker.
He's playing slightly a deeper role than Yunus Mahmoud. In it comes towards the back post. Good piece of keeping this time from Rahmati. He drags it down and then soaks up a few seconds as well. Rezai, the goal scorer, back to Andranik. Free kick. That was a good ball in from Hawa Mohammed with the left foot.
Robbie, we have seen a good first half. Very aggressive, attacking football, both teams. Early goal from Yunus Mahmoud. And now 1-1.
1 minute of stoppage
we will see
time.
A good second half, definitely.
Mahdi Karim towards Emad again. Nashat Akram is the first to the ball. Samal Saeed. Oh! And that needed tipping over. Well, that was an ambitious effort, to say the least.
Good strike.
Just catching the keeper off his line, perhaps. He was backtracking a little bit nervous there, Rahmati. A little heart-enough moment. Now the referee, before this can be taken, having a word to Aguili. He's being told by his teammates to stay focused. He's the only man marking job in the middle. As in it comes to the back post. Some more wrestling going on. I'm not sure we're going to have time even for the goal kick. Andranik wants to have a word with the referee. Nekonam as well. They're not happy about something that's going on in there.
Wolfgang Sitka was absolutely right to say, players, you have to forget past glories and to be focused for today's game. They did it.
They're starting again from 0, he said in yesterday's press conference. Well, it's not 0-0 here, it's 1-1 at half-time in this Group D clash, the opening match for Iraq and Iran. Yunus Mahmoud firing Iraq in front before Rezai equalized 3 minutes before the break. And each side had their moment in that first half. Iraq looked good early on. They were pressing, they were creating danger. They were rewarded with that goal on 12 minutes to Yunus Mahmoud. But then Iran just started to come back into the game and they finished very strongly, rewarded with that goal to Rezai.
Iraq didn't find a way to control the match. They are 1-0 up and they could do anything.
Welcome back to the Al Aran Stadium. It's 1-1 at half-time in this monumental classic of Asian football. Iraq 1, Iran 1. Iraq firing themselves in front in the 12th minute. A great header back across the face from Emad, poked home by Yunus Mahmoud, the captain, the emblematic, the talismanic number 10 for this Iraq side. But Iran, they came home with a wet sail at the end of that first half, and perhaps fairly deservedly equalizing through their number 7, Gholam Rezai, the 26-year-old from Persepolis, champions 2 seasons ago, when a certain Afshin Gotbi was their coach. He's now coach of the national team. He's got a number of former players in this Iran side. Bernd, you're a former coach of Iraq. Have you been impressed by what you've seen so far from your charges?
Absolutely. I'm impressed because I didn't expect such an aggressive Iraqi team like today. But the boys, they know each other, and they know maybe for some of them it's the last tournament. There are new young players coming up. And I think Wolfgang Sittgart did a great job. They changed many coaches in the last couple of years, and after Vieira was no consistency. But now this team looks very strong. The question will be now, are they happy both with the 1-1, or do they something to win this match?
Well, it's Iraq that have made the first change of this one with the number 21, Ahmed Ibrahim, just 18 years of age, who's come into the game replacing the number 14, Salam Shakir. All the way back to Mohamed Kassid, long towards Yunus Mahmoud. And he's playing on the left side of defense, the new man. Long ball forward, looking for Gholami. And it's a first touch for the new man, Ahmed Ibrahim, who plays for Arbil in Iraq. Hawa gets it wide to Allah. Big number 17, he's done well. Allah's low cross is a good one. Emad was lurking, Hawa Muhammad was there as well. And Mahdi Karim just giving away the free kick there. Good defensive work from Andranek. Not much in it, Bernd.
He's always on the way forward. He likes, usually he's a striker. Then later he played as a midfielder in my team of Apollon Limassol, left and right side, and now he's back on the wing as a left defender together with Hawa. It's a blind understanding.
That's plenty of experience as well. Hawa Mohammed, his 96th cap this evening. Mahdi Karim, his 84th. That's a lot of international football. And the substitute, the half-time substitute, so clearly an injury at the back there with Salam Shakir, the number 14, making way. Just 18 years of age, the new boy at the back, the number 21, Ahmed Ibrahim. Made his debut in the 2-0 win over India in November last year. This is a big stage. Your first international tournament at just 18 years of age.
He will be excited today.
That's a good flick on. Hawa. He's got Emad in the middle. Just took a moment too long. Little hesitation as he looked to whip that ball in. So the corner for Iraq. Mahdi Karim, the man we were just talking about, that experience down that left flank. You can see he's gone Plenty to aim for in the middle. It's a good ball, good flick on! And the effort at the back post from Samal. The big central defender and right back. It's almost a carbon copy of...
Great flick from Yunus Mahmoud. Excellent header.
And just too high for Samal Saeed. 25-year-old whose twin brother, Samir Saeed, is still warming the bench at the moment. He's wearing the number 8 shirt. Nice touch from Nashat Akram. And again, Samal. Kusai gets it wide. Mahdi Karim. Hawa. Mahdi Karim, it's well played. The combination again down the left. Is the ball in? Oh, as the keeper just spills it for a second. Rahmati.
Comes a lot of danger from the left side. Mahdi Karim and Hawa. Great overlapping.
Samal, Kusai towards Ahmad. Nashat Akram. Long ball forward, flag up for offside very early on against Yunus Mahmoud.
You don't see him very often, but never underestimate him. Give him only one chance and he will score. He did it so many times on the international level. Many clubs tried to sign him in Europe, but what can you do? He loves his culture and he will not leave this part of the world.
Nawar Mohammed can't run that one down. It's a throw for Iran. Gholami. Well, the question is, and you raised it at half-time, Bern, is are the two sides happy with a draw? Or do they want to go for the win? I wonder if they want to go for the win, how much longer Afshin Gotbi will stay on with Gholami, because the young striker just hasn't seen any of the ball, the number 19 up front for Iran. It's a great touch from Nashat Akram again, the cross from Samal. Cleared back out. Oh, that's a poor pass. Not sure Mohamed Kassid will get there. That's a big mistake from Ali Arhaima.
This short central defender looks not very comfortable today. Very short guy in the central defense of Iraq. I'm a little bit surprised, but there are a lot of tall defenders around.
Well, he played every minute of 2007.
Yeah.
Ali Arhaima. Perhaps with that late arrival of Bassem Abbas.
Cannavaro wasn't such a tall player, but he was a world-class player. Franco Baresi.
Ball in. There's a good ball, plenty of power on it as well, and Mohamed Kassid came for it and just about got there. It's back in from Mabali. Again, Mohamed with a poor touch, and finally, at the third time of asking, he brings it under control. Early ball for Yunus Mahmoud, and well defended by Andranik. Mabali again, whose right foot can cause all sorts of problems for Iraq at the back. His delivery, the number 23 for Iran, has been one of the real dangers of this match so far. Just see on that replay, Ahmed Ibrahim just clipping the heels.
Another stupid foul from Nashat Akram. He's experienced enough not to do such things, and coach Wolfgang Sitka is very angry.
Well, we were just talking about Mobali's delivery. He's going to get another chance here. He's got Shojai, has come across. Have a look at the angle of this one as well. Shojai has plenty of experience. He really has developed into one of the top midfielders in Spanish football. He's in his third season now with Osasuna, the Pamplona-based side. He leaves it. for Mobali, who goes for a good ball in. That's a good header away by Ali. And it's Rezai, the goal scorer, who, buoyed by his strike on 42 minutes, decides in the 54th to try his luck from distance again. Good header from Nashat that time. Well, very quick on the whistle, the referee. Anticipating the foul, perhaps, by Golami. Once again, the target is Yunus Mahmoud. Nashat Akram, down for Emad. Emad coming inside, puts it onto the left boot. There was plenty of space out there for Hawa Mohammed. He looked inside for Ala. Samal, good header down for Nashat Akram. Ahmed Ibrahim, 18 years of age, dealt with that well enough. Nakanam. Aguili all the way back to Rahmati. Ahmed winning that challenge well in the air. Mobali. Now they've got numbers forward, Iran. That's a good ball for Rezai. Oh, and that's a very confident header back from Mahdi Karim.
Experience enough to control this cross. Exactly. He's not nervous, experienced player.
That was hit without any real spin or technique from the goalkeeper. He just thumped it up. The ball was moving around in the air and floating all the way through for a goal kick.
Iran took the second striker deep back in the midfield. Yunus Mahmoud is now very, very alone. These are the first signs to save a result. They started aggressive with two strikers, but now Allah is going back deep in the midfield, close to the both defending midfielders, Kusai Munir and Nashat Akram. It shows a little bit. We are happy with 1-1.
Rezai, Iran, perhaps not so happy. It's a good ball, and that time it was a good pair of hands. Well gloved by Mohamed Kassid. They look like they're playing a good old-fashioned 4-2-3-1 now. Emad, Ala, Hawa, and Yunus Mahmoud up front, the two holding men in midfield, Kusai and Nashat, numbers 4 and 5. And it's Kusai that helps that one on, only as far as Hosseini. The push from Golami. We've got 4 Iran substitutes warming up at the moment. Amongst them is the forward Mohammad Reza Kalatbari, the 27-year-old. Scored in the AFC Champions League final against Seongnam. He's one of the players they have on the bench, one of the options they have if Iran decide they need to go after another goal. Awa does well into the area, but too heavy. Ball ricocheting around and no problem for Mahdi Rahmati. Iraq have just about their entire substitutes bench warming up at the moment, so Wolfgang Sitka keeping his options open. Free kick is for Iran. This Iran side, but they have very deliberate roles, very organized roles. Every time there's a free kick, Mobali heads across the number 23, long throws, it's always Hafi Saji who comes across for the long throw. They're very organized, very well disciplined. It is Mobali again. It's another good ball, and again it's Nashat Akram who heads away.
Free kicks are very dangerous today, especially, you know, there are new balls, plastic balls, you never know what they do, and they can create a lot of trouble in the box. Shoes are from the best now. They can give a top spin to the balls, and that's why you have to avoid free kicks. And the rules of Sepp Blatter or FIFA, you cannot make too many fouls. You will receive a yellow card, a red card. Now is a counter-attack.
Ala looking for Hawa. It's behind him. They've lost some of the impetus. Forced back, still Hawa. He's being shadowed by Adranik. And he's given the ball away to Rezai. And now it's Iran, who have numbers forward again for the run of Gulami, but Ahmed Ibrahim is there in cover. Oh, that's dangerous play. Great ball back in as well from Adranik, who was trying the cheeky trim. That was a curious pass from the goalkeeper, Bernd.
Yeah. Very lucky.
Far too
Very
casual.
lucky. Good idea.
Olympics in 2008. Here goes Yunus Mahmoud. Well defended by Aguili. Ala gets a foot in there. Oh, and there's plenty of aggression and flying around. And Agali absolutely furious with the referee. Now what's going on? Has he seen something here? He wants to have a word with Yunus Mahmoud. They're asking the referee to go and talk to the linesman. Yunus Mahmoud seems rather bemused by the whole thing. A little less amused is Hadi Aguili, number 5.
Yeah, it's Yunus Mahmoud, but now everything is fine. Players are quiet. They know each other. Good decision from the referee not to show a yellow card.
That's Nashat Akram. He plays for Al Wakra in Qatar, who's charged with just calming down Aguili.
Even we can admit, for Derby, it's a fair match. Yeah, there are not too many
Well, the foul
naughty
count.
fouls, and it's a fair Derby.
There's plenty of respect between the two sides. As Rezai has got the better of Mahdi Karim. Oh, and he had Golame in the middle, but he couldn't find him. Gulami, of course, who along with the number 4 Hosseini scored in the 2-1 victory for Iran over Iraq just 2 months ago in the semi-final of the West Asian Federation Championships. It's going to be the number 11 Haji Safi to take this monumental long throw down in front of the Iraqi supporters there. Long throw is a good one, and the header from Hosseini. Just a fairly comfortable save again from Ahmed Kassid. Kusai for Nashat Akram. Kusai again. They really have attacked almost exclusively down that left-hand flank, haven't they, Iraq? There's that flat little pass along the ground out towards Nashat Akram, which almost brought them unstuck a couple of minutes ago. Somehow the number 16 is not getting forward so much. They seem to prefer to attack down the left and then cross early, switch play towards Emad, who's not bad in the air for a little man.
These are signs of saving a result.
Another foul by Yunus Mahmoud.
Even Emad Mohamed, the right winger, is running back. Always, and Yunus Mahmoud is very, very alone. He tries to do something, but Iran took control.
Good header from Samal. Andrejek. Mehdi Karim gets there. Can he keep it in play? No, he can't. He concedes the throw once again. That's one for Gulami to chase. He manages to get his boot on the end of it this time, which is more reward than he's had so far in 63 odd minutes of football. Ali Erhaimi, Ahmed Ibrahim, Nashat Akram. Ali again. Now will they look long? Allah's making the run down this right wing now. He's looking for a nod down towards Imad Mohammed. Neko now. Forward now. Mobali for Shojai. The overlapping run from Haji Safi. Again, it's heavy. Oh, has he? Not quite. On the corner, yes, he has. The referee decides. So good determination from Haji Safi.
It's good to see Masoud. You see all his experience.
Mobali again with that right foot with the corner now. Aguili has come forward again. The punch from Mohamed Kassid. Allah helps it on only as far as Rezai. Minutes gone in this second half, 25 left. If either side want to enough to go after all 3 points here, you'd think this game means more to them than calculating about points for qualification. It is Iraq-Iran after all. The derby, as you said.
I think so, but Iran tries to do something now to take control, and it seems to be the Iraqis are a little bit tired. There's nothing anymore from Qusay Munir, from Nashat Akram, the players who have to give the ideas.
Shojai from Mobali. No foul, says the referee. Samal. Forward for Nashat Akram. Here's Qusay now, who's been just wrestled out of it by Adranik. It was a strong challenge from the number 14. And this time it's Qusay's turn to have a word to the referee. I think about time wasting.
Very popular referee of the year in Asia, and with good performances during the World Cup in South Africa.
Big ball forward, Emad gets the second ball, looking for the free kick, looking a little too hard, according to the referee. Nashat Akram with a little flick out the back. That'll be a throw for Iraq. Samal with the throw. He's taking a run up as well. We're ready for a substitution for Iran with Mohamed Khalad Bari preparing to come into the game. Still looking to break his national team goal-scoring drought, Khalad Bari, as here goes Hawa Mohammed. Back for Allah. Mehdi Karim. Qusay. Ahmed. Ali. Qusay again, looking for options. They do have a couple of numbers forward, but the pass is poor. It's cleared. Ali. Well, they had numbers forward that time, Bern. It was a fairly lazy pass.
They cannot find a way to create another attack. It was the first time the last 2 minutes that they controlled the match in the second half. They're only waiting. The match is very quiet now.
Good header from Aguili. Nashat Akram. Allah sliding in with the studs showing. Referee allows play to continue. Samal just pushed off that one. Now we will have that substitution for Iran. It's Shojai, the player who's going off, and he's the player who's currently down on the ground. Perhaps he's just seen his name up on the board. So Khaled Bari, who plays for Zobahan, the side that went all the way to the Asian Champions League final this year, losing out to the Korean Republic side, Seongnam Ilhwa, 2-1 in the final. Well, he still hasn't scored for the national team. He scored 5 goals in the Champions League this season. The little number 9. He's a diminutive striker. It looks as though he's going to be playing a wide role on the right. On the left, rather, a lovely piece of control from Yunus Mahmoud. But a little push just before.
Naughty boy. He tries
what a control
all the time to find the way. If someone can score now, it's Yunus Mahmoud. This is individual skills, a header or dribbling, good shooter.
Is that the only chance now, you think, for Iraq? They're starting to run out of ideas. They're starting to sit very deep. Samal. Rashad Akram with the first header. Samal again, he finds Ala. Now a bit of space perhaps for Emad, who's got there first. Now Yunus Mahmoud is in the middle. Yunus Mahmoud! Allah Mohammed might yet get there, and it's a good piece of goalkeeping from Rahmati. But that was a lightning quick counter-attack. Brilliant play from Emad again. And his pass just was too far in front of Yunus Mahmoud.
And Emad Mohammed is extremely fast. You can see his sprint, good idea, and a blind understanding with Yunus Mahmoud.
The ball back in, oh, the quick throw, the keeper, Emad was there, the flag's up for offside against the number 7. It wouldn't have counted had he put it in. Well, I think in the first instance that was a cross from Rashad Akram. It just started to curl back towards that far post. And Rahmati, well, it's not the best piece of goalkeeping. He stopped it, but almost played it straight into the path of Emad Mohammed. Rashad Akram with another good header. Aguili, the number 5 for Iran, is keeping a very close watch as we have a look at the statistics for Iraq. 81 kilometers run, 85 run for Iran. They've run 4 more kilometers than Iraq. That's an awful lot in a match of football that still has 19 odd minutes to play. Aguili again is there to deny the through ball from Kusai to Yunus. Well, these two sides have never drawn in the Asian Cup. This could be the first time. It's the 20th time in history they've played each other. Iran traditionally enjoying the better of the exchanges between the two sides. 11 wins, 4 draws and just 4 defeats ever against Iraq in official FIFA-sanctioned matches. And you were there for one of them. Victory over Iran.
Yeah, great victory. Especially away.
Little chip over the top for Emad Mohammed again. Closed down quickly by Haji Safi. Wide for Kusai. Ball in behind is a good idea. Haji Safi's done well, the left back. Mobley ahead of him, forward towards Khaled Bari. The substitute, number 9 for Iran, hasn't had a touch of the ball yet. He's been on the field a good 4 or 5 minutes now.
Great performance from the Irani captain, Nekuman. He's a leader in this team. All his ideas are good. He controls the match. Everybody is listening if he speaks. Great captain.
The number 6 just running around midfield, positioning himself in front of his back 4. Emad Mohammed comes short. Ali decides for the switch of play towards Awar Mohammed. Awar with a lovely little touch from Mahdi Karim. Now, Alaz forward. Yunus Mahmoud was too far out at the back post that time. And all of a sudden, Iran is struggling to get up the other end. The game seems to be just flowing and changing in momentum at the moment.
Yeah, 10 minutes Iran, 5 minutes Iraq, and
if something's going to give, it's going to give sooner rather than later. Mahdi Karim with a good ball towards Alaa. Well defended by Rahmati again, and now Gholami. He's got Khalat Bari. They almost get in each other's way. Khalat Bari now only gets as far as the head of Nashat Akram. I'd love to see how many headers
it's good
Nashat
to see
Akram
him
has won
as
in this match.
Defending midfielder, strong header.
Andranik wide for Haji Safi, and with the bionic arm, Khalat Bari.
But you have to expect this experience from Nashat Akram. He's not an old player, but experience from Manchester City. Many training sessions in the year of Twente Enschede. We can see that today.
Oh, the mistake, and the chance for Iran, side netting. Just given away at the back so cheaply. Well, that touch was heavy already from Ahmed, and there he just completely showed the ball to Gholami and Rezai. Well, in the first half, he went towards the far post. In the second, he decides to go near post, and perhaps that was the chance. We said something had to give.
10 players are running and fighting now for 75 minutes, and such a mistake.
Well, it can always prove costly. A mistake, but you don't like to make them when you're just 18 years of age in one of your first ever matches for the national team against the arch rival in the first game of the Asian Cup. It doesn't get much bigger for players of Iraq and Iran to meet the old foe in the continental showpiece. Well, we were wondering if we were going to break 10,000 at kick-off. The crowd have filled in 10,478 in the end, the official attendance. Although I have a feeling a few are still getting here a little bit late, perhaps. I have to say it's a disappointing crowd, less than half full in this immaculate Al Rayyan Stadium. Awa with the free kick, Rahmati with the save again. Andranik leading the charge. He's got Rezai ahead of him. Khalat Bari making the run to the front post. Big switch of play. And now back in from Mobali. Cleared to Ahmad Mohammed. That's a good pass. Out the back for Hawa. Oh, but the pass for Yunus is poor. Ahmad almost stole it back. Khalat Bari settles things down. Well, you said it, Bernd. We've had 10 minutes for Iran, now 5 minutes for Iraq, and it looks as though Iran, just in the last couple of minutes, have put their foot back on the ball.
Now Iran takes control.
Rezai in there battling for everything. I think it's a free kick. The linesman with the flag raised. Agili for Hosseini. Hosseini being shadowed by Yunus. He gets it wide to Haji Safi. Khalat Bari. Gholami, who's been working very hard. It's a nice touch for Khalat Bari. Khalat Bari still can't find any space for the shot. He had half an opening. Lays it back. Mobali outside of the right foot. And Awar Mohammed clears. Free kick. There was a late whistle.
There was waiting. Now it comes to a moment. Both teams believe what can we do? Should we go full risk and to try to win the match, or we will close our defense? And it seems to be that both teams are happy to play 1-1.
We're inside the final 12 minutes.
Even coaches are calling players back to defend. It's always a sign to be that they are happy with 1 point in the opening match. Yeah.
Perhaps if we are to see a goal, it's going to come from a mistake like it almost did at the other end, as Rahmati again makes the save. That terrible piece of skill from Ahmed Ibrahim, which presented the chance for Rezai. In a game like this, you think, where there's so much at stake and two sides that know each other so well, you always think it's going to be set piece or mistake. The only way that we'll see a goal.
More lack of concentration at the end of the match. Players are tired and they make mistakes, as he did a couple of minutes ago.
Well, Reza, you can see he's been operating in the attacking half down that right-hand side, essentially the goal scorer. He has worked back as well, nearly 9 kilometers run for the number 7 for Iran, with 10 minutes left to go. Again, Yunus can't win the header, out-jumped that time by Haji Safi. Khaled Barry with the touch from Mobali now. The defence was always covering Golami, as Kusai goes back to his keeper. And Dranik chasing. Nekonam once again in the right place. Again, it's the young defender who loses possession and then fouls Golami. Just caught Golami, perhaps with a couple of studs there on the elbow. Look for the right boot there. Nothing intentional. But he's had a couple of moments in this second half since coming on. Ahmed Ibrahim, a half-time substitute, replacing Salam Shakir. Aguili.
Very, very deep. Iraq is waiting.
We are inside the final 10 minutes now. The way this second half has gone, you'd have to think any goal from here on in would just be about enough to win it. Substitution for Iraq, and it's the number 7, Ahmed Mohammed, who's making way to be replaced by Samer Saeed. So the twins, numbers 8 and 16, will be operating down this right-hand flank. Played well, Ahmed Mohammed. I was impressed by the number 7.
Extremely fast, very experienced. I think he was the first player who signed a contract outside in Qatar.
Golami, back to Mobali. Haji Safi for his captain. Mobali again. He's been an important player as well in this Iran side. They've got a couple of ball players in midfield, Iran. They look a solid unit. The number 6, Nekoman. Mobili, the number 23, Adranik, the number 14 as well. Support from the left back here, Haji Shafi. Now wide to the substitute, Khaled Barry. Well, he likes holding on to the ball, Khaled Barry, and he's fouled by the new man just into the game for Iraq.
Yeah.
First contribution, free kick, Samer Saeed, and a yellow card as well.
And he don't believe it. It was a clear foul.
He's just saying, 1 foul, 1 free kick. I've been on the field a minute.
These are the rules, my friend.
Substitution. Golami is coming off for Iran, so there'll be no second international goal, no second goal against Iraq as well. For the number 19, Mohammed Golami. Perhaps it will be a chance for the new star, Karim Ansarifad. just 20 years of age, already scored twice for Iran, scored on his debut against Iceland in a 1-0 victory, spotted by Ali Dai, the former national team coach. He's wearing the number 10, and it's a good ball, and it's a goal! The free kick from Mobali. Agili ran across the face of it, but nobody got a touch. The keeper was beaten all ends up, and Iran are now in the driving seat. They've come from behind and now lead by 2 goals to 1. And Mobali's free kicks have been causing headaches all night for Iraq's defense. And finally, one has beaten everyone.
You see again, how can you make such a stupid foul? Set piece, and you're absolutely right, Robbie. If they win the match with a long throw-in or a set piece, they did it now.
Well, it's not the best piece of defending. There were Irani runners across the trajectory of the ball to put off Mohamed Kassid. His second half has been flowing in favour of one side and then the other, and Bernd, you said a lack of concentration just could decide this one, and in fact it was a combination of everything, wasn't it? A silly free kick given away by the substitute. His first contribution is to give away the free kick and get a yellow card from the number 8, Samir Saeed, and then the free kick from Mobali, giving no chance to the keeper, although the defence possibly could have tried to clear it. Hawa Mohammed with the corner. It's a good ball towards the front post. The header away by Agili again. Rezai gets there first, but he won't run that one down. And now there is a real bit of urgency about this Iraq side. But they've been outplayed overall in the second half, apart from a brief spell where they threatened. Yunus Mahmoud again is beaten in the air by Nekonam that time, and it's Hosseini that clears long. Iran, who have this great record over Iraq at the Asian Cup, 3 wins and just 1 defeat so far. Oh, that's a mistake from Kusai now. Just a little flustered, their feathers are ruffled. We're inside the final 5 minutes.
But you know, this foul can never be a lack of concentration, because this player is only 3 or 4 minutes on the pitch. His opponent is running to the sideline and he grabs his shirt. Free kick and goal.
For the moment, Mobali's goal separates the 2 sides, as there you see on the replay. I don't think Agili got a touch, but he did just about enough as getting a touch. Mobali, the number 23. It's all hugs and kisses on the sideline for Mobali, as he's replaced by Peyman Nouri, and that's experience. He's bringing on a 30-year-old who plays for Malavan. He was a champion in Iran with Persepolis under Afshin Gutpi in 2008. He comes into the centre of the park just to help shore things up. Defend this lead now, Iran. They need to do that for over 3.5 minutes of regulation time, plus any stoppages. Rezai. Well, they've made all 3 substitutions now. Iran. Talat Bari and Ansari Fad, 2 strikers coming on. They got their reward as well. They lead by 2 goals to 1. And now all the emphasis is on Iraq to try and produce something, but to do that they need the ball, and they're playing without it at the moment. Haji Safi goes on a run, fouled by Kusai. And now the final substitution for Iraq, and it's Kusai, the man that gave away that free kick, who's coming off to be replaced by Mustafa Karim. Finally, with 2 minutes to go, is it too little too late? He's bringing on Mustafa, the man that scored against Iran 2 months ago in that 2-1 defeat. Don't tell me he's going to be out on the field again for another 2-1 defeat. turn. Can Iraq pull this back? They're just playing with the one man up front, Nekonam, into the wall, and a corner, and all of these seconds being soaked up by Iran. After an excellent first half, the second half just, they haven't been able to maintain their pressing game. They've had to sit back, play a different style, and eventually they've paid the price.
They stopped completely pressing.
As the corner's a good ball, and it's tipped over the crossbar by Mohamed Kassid. Well, they don't want to concede a third now. That would be harsh. Khaled Barry again. Akili's still in there. It's Ahmed Ibrahim, who's shouldering him around. Lovely skill from Khaled Barry. Into the area. Free kick, no penalty. Right on the edge of the box. And Nashad Akram with a big sigh of relief. He's a lovely little dribbler. The number 9, Mohamed Reza Khaled Barry.
Outside the box, correct decision.
That's the substitute, number 18, Nouri, to whip this one in with the left foot. Up it goes, the header from Akili. And he is a real threat in the air, this number 5. He's come forward a number of times.
Very dangerous set pieces.
It's a great ball, it's a good run and the header. Well, Mohamed Kassid did not move. Now the chance perhaps, Awar Mohamed for Yunus Mahmoud, trying to get the cross in. Now Iraq have a corner, and it's Iran's turn. After scoring their second goal, Iran, they've been camped up that end of the field. They haven't had to do any defending yet. And now
they are in trouble.
We're in stoppage time, and they have to do some defending now. The ball's to the back post. Ahmed can't get there, the header away. No free kick, says the referee. They've got a player down. The medical staff are ready to come out. It's Rezai. Just clattered into Ali.
You see the experience of this referee. He let it run. He let them play because he has a feeling it's a fair match today. Players respect each other. It's tough. There are a lot of fouls and free kicks, but he let it run. Great referee.
And Sarifan comes back to defend because the midfielders are telling Sarifan to get forward. Kotbi's telling him to come back and defend because the other players, I don't think, have realised they'll be defending with 10 men at the moment. Well, it hasn't all gone according to plan for Iraq. They did have a couple of question marks over their form they were bringing into this one. Iran as well, mind you. Just one win in the last 6 months or so after starting the year 2010 with 7 consecutive victories. Losses to Brazil, drawing with Qatar, losses to Kuwait in the final of the West Asian Federation Championship. But they look like maintaining their excellent record over the arch rival at the Asian Cup. They've got it back again. Rezai is rejoined. I'm not sure he was waved back on. The number 7. That's better defending from Ahmed. Nashad Akram over the top for the substitute. He manages to get there in front, Mustafa Karim. And they need to get this ball into the middle. Oh, it's a poor pass. He just about created the space for a cross as well. Ahmed Ibrahim concedes the throw. The Iranian players in the dugout are all on their feet. Whistles
Wolfgang Sitka was not lucky with the substitute today.
The referee yet to look at the watch. Well, they should, in theory, have Bassem Abbas back for the next game once he's had 3 or 4 more days under his belt.
Switch Mahdi Karim on the right side. Bassem Abbas will play, definitely.
There goes the final whistle, and you can see what it means to these players. The Iran bench celebrates, the crowd celebrate, the players jump into each other's arms. Iran defeat Iraq coming from behind, 2-0. Yunus Mahmoud giving Iraq the lead, Rezai equalising just before half-time, and then Mubali in the 84th minute with a curling free kick that nobody could get a touch on. But disappointment for you, I guess, because this Iraq side holds a special place in your heart, but they played well in the first half. In the end, though, you'd have to say Iran stronger on the night.
Absolutely. They had a fantastic start in the game, Iraqis, with a powerful pressing, but they lost the way to play during the second half, and Iran was much better, led by Javad Nekuman, amazing captain today, who directed his team to comfortable 2-1, and they deserve it. At the end of the day, they are a better team. And Iraq is, I believe, not in trouble. They have still the chance to come through with North Korea and with
the United Arab Emirates,
India, with
UAE in this group D. Well, their next matches for these two sides, it is the UAE for Iraq next up, and Korea DPR for Iran. Those matches to be played next Saturday. Tomorrow, it's back to Group A, where it all starts again. As you can see, the joy for these Iran players as they go and celebrate in front of their fans. The Iraqi fans have all headed off. Group A action tomorrow: China versus Qatar, Uzbekistan versus Kuwait, the early game. And we'll leave you with these scenes of joy and disappointment, of heartache and celebration. Iran, 3 times champions, looking to end their 35-year drought, and looking to end it atop the tree here in Qatar 2011. From myself, Robbie Thompson, and Bernstenger, it's finished here. Iran 2, Iraq 1. And we'll see you again tomorrow for more Asian Cup from this 15th Asian Cup, Qatar 2011. Bye-bye.